What are the differences between UL891 and UL1558? There are a number of differences now. UL891 is a standard that refers to switchboard construction and was developed from NEMA standards. UL1558 references switchgear construction, and that's developed and based on ANSI standard 37.20.1. The types of circuit breakers that can be used in both of these types of constructions are different. A UL891 allows any overcurrent device molded case circuit breakers, panel boards, power breakers, and so on. Any UL489 listed circuit breaker can be used. You can use a fusible switch, and you can use anti-rated circuit breakers that are listed to UL1066. On the other hand, UL1558 requires a UL1066 draw-out power circuit breaker. Circuit breakers don't have to be draw-out in UL891 designs. In UL891 there is a short circuit rating, and that is a 3-cycle test, whereas UL1558 is a little more stringent and the short circuit rating is based on a 4-cycle test. UL1558 also requires a short time test, which is not required by UL891. It can be a 30-cycle test, or there's an optional 60-cycle test. ASCO switchgear was tested to the optional 60-cycle test. You can't use panelboards or fusible switches or UL489 listed breakers in 1558 designs. I think another item that sometimes can be confusing in these two designs is the requirements for barriers or compartmentalization. You don't need that, as it is not a requirement of UL891. There is complete breaker compartmentalization that is required now for UL1558. That means a compartmentalized section or housing for the circuit breaker that's grounded with metal barriers or metal compartment. That does not mean full depth barriers for the switchgear or rear barriers for the switchgear. It's often a point of confusion, so I'd like to just clear that up. UL1558 does not require that full depth barrier or rear barriers. Also, UL1558 has a definition in it that requires the circuit breakers to have a 30-cycle rating. Not all circuit breakers have that, and so we need to choose those circuit breakers that have that capability, and typically those are all the UL1066 listed breakers that you are required to use in UL1558 designs.